Do you feel like you're trapped in an endless cycle of problems, as if something invisible is holding you back? What if I told you that the reason for this might be right around you now? Something you carry with you every day without even realizing it. There's a technique so powerful it seems unbelievable, and all you need is a single item that's already in your home: salt. No, this isn't superstition. It's an ancient practice that has transcended centuries, helping people break cycles of negativity, dissolve heavy energies, and yes, return the weight to whoever sent it. Imagine freeing yourself from this burden today. In just 3 minutes, you can completely transform the energy around you with a simple yet powerful ritual that almost no one knows about. This secret has been hidden for generations, but now it's your turn to discover it. So if you're tired of carrying something you can't even identify, stay with me until the end. I promise this will change the way you see everything around you. And before we begin, affirm with me: I attract prosperity and lightness into my life. If you want more tips like this to transform your energy and become your best self, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications. Your journey starts here. Have you ever felt an inexplicable exhaustion that doesn't go away, even after hours of rest? Or noticed how, suddenly, your home, your workplace, and even your relationships feel tense, as if there's a heavy cloud hanging over you? These signs may seem random, but they point to something much deeper: the presence of negative energies that you often don't even know where they come from. We are all exposed to invisible vibrations, from a spiteful word we hear to envious thoughts cast by people we cross paths with. These energies accumulate. They drain your strength, delay your plans, and even affect your health. Maybe you're dealing with unexplained insomnia, persistent headaches, or that relentless anxiety that won't leave you alone. Now think about this. How many times have you tried to solve these problems with common solutions without success? Buying crystals, burning incense, praying, yet nothing seems to really work. It feels like something beyond your control is sabotaging every step you take to improve. But here's the truth: this is not your fault. The problem isn't within you, but in the environment around you and the accumulated energies you carry, often without realizing it. The good news? There's a practical, powerful, and accessible way to neutralize all of this. If you feel like you're carrying an invisible burden, know that you're not alone. Envy, the evil eye, and even the negative vibrations of a space can be disrupted. And the method you're about to learn goes far beyond what you might expect. Have you ever felt like your life was stuck in a negative spiral, where everything seems to go wrong no matter how hard you try? Like there's something invisible blocking your path? Maybe you can't even pinpoint the exact problem, but the impact is clear. You feel exhausted, unmotivated, and sometimes completely drained. This is not a coincidence. Often these feelings come from energies accumulating around you, draining your vitality, your peace, and even your ability to see solutions to everyday challenges. And the worst part? These energies aren't always created by you. They can come from places, situations, or even people close to you. A negative comment, disguised envy in the form of a compliment, or that heavy feeling after a difficult conversation. Now think about this. Have you ever walked into a place where the air felt dense, almost suffocating, or been near someone who, without saying a word, made you feel uncomfortable? That's what we call toxic energy. And the scariest part, these vibrations can cling to you like an invisible shadow, influencing your mood, your choices, and even your results. Our body and mind are like emotional sponges. We absorb not just what we experience, but also what surrounds us. Psychological studies show that the environment we live in directly affects our well-being. Chaotic spaces, negative people, or constant stress can disrupt our emotional and energetic systems, leading to symptoms such as insomnia, no matter how tired you are, anxiety, even when there's no apparent reason, Headaches that seem to come out of nowhere, lack of focus and creative blocks, extreme fatigue even without physical exertion. And the most intriguing part? Many of these situations have an invisible root, the energy around you. You might not see it, but you certainly feel it. Negativity can come from various sources. Maybe you've absorbed bad vibrations from someone close, like that person who always seems to be competing with you or doesn't truly want your success. It could be the result of tense environments, such as workplaces filled with pressure, long lines at the bank, or even your own home after an argument. Then there's the matter of the evil eye and envy. Even if you don't believe in spiritual matters, it's undeniable that thoughts charged with negative intentions have an impact. Just remember how you felt uncomfortable when someone looked at you with that mix of envy and judgment. And often, negative energies don't come alone. They accumulate over time. Imagine a glass of water, filling drop by drop. At first it seems harmless, but as days go by, it overflows. That's exactly how bad energy works. A comment here, a heavy atmosphere there, until you realize you're stuck in a constant cycle of tension and discouragement. Negativity doesn't just affect your mind or emotions, it can directly impact your results. Have you ever noticed how, in moments of exhaustion or stress, you make poor decisions? Or how, when you're surrounded by tension, even money seems to slip away? That's because the energy around you influences your internal frequency. When you're vibrating at a low level, it's like swimming against the current. Every step feels harder than it should, and even when you try to change your reality, something seems to pull you back to the same spot. An opportunity arises, but it falls apart. A relationship starts flowing, but an unexpected conflict appears. And you start wondering, am I the problem? The truth is, no one is immune to these vibrations. At some point, we all become trapped in this cycle. But here's what no one has told you. There's a way to break free. There's a simple, accessible, and highly effective method to remove these accumulated energies. And more than that, to shield yourself from future negative influences. This method isn't random or baseless. It combines ancient, powerful principles with psychological logic. By externalizing and neutralizing these vibrations, you don't just eliminate them. You create space for new, better energies to enter your life. And the best part, anyone can do it, regardless of beliefs or past experiences. You deserve to live a light, unburdened life without feeling this constant weight on your shoulders. And in the next step, you'll learn exactly how to do that. Now that you understand the impact of negative energies and how they can accumulate and affect your life, let's move on to a crucial step, preparing for the ritual. This is the moment to transform all the weight you've been carrying into something that can be neutralized and eliminated. And for that, you'll need simple yet extremely powerful materials. The beauty of this ritual lies in its simplicity. There's no need for expensive or hard-to-find objects. Each element has been chosen for a profound purpose, grounded both in tradition and human psychology. Because more than performing a physical act, you're creating a symbolic environment that reinforces your intention. The materials and their meaning. Coarse or sea salt. Salt is the heart of this ritual. Since ancient civilizations, it has been recognized as a natural purifier. The Egyptians used it in protection rituals. In the Middle Ages, it was believed to ward off evil spirits. Even today, salt is used to neutralize negative energies. But why is salt so powerful? It's a crystal, and like all crystals, it has a molecular structure capable of absorbing vibrations. When used correctly, salt acts as an energy sponge, soaking up everything heavy and dense around you. In this ritual, it not only cleanses these energies but also locks them in, preventing them from returning to you. As you prepare the salt, visualize it as a shield around you, a silent protector working in your favor. A blank sheet of paper, no lines or drawings. This paper will serve as the container for all the energy you want to remove. It's like a blank page, ready to hold everything that's been blocking you. White symbolizes purity and new beginnings, but it also represents clarity, something essential for identifying and naming what you wish to eliminate. By writing on the paper, you'll be transferring your worries, fears, and obstacles. Think of it as an act of externalization. Psychologically, when we write down what's bothering us, we take the first step toward freeing ourselves from it. It's like taking a weight off your mind and placing it into something tangible. A black pen. Black may seem like a heavy color, but in this context it symbolizes strength. It represents the closing of cycles and the transformation of something negative into something neutral. The black pen will be your tool to give form to your feelings and problems. When you write with the black pen, you're affirming your intention to end the cycle of pain and negativity. Remember, everything starts with intention. That's what gives power to any ritual. A sealable plastic bag. This may seem like a simple item, but it has a crucial symbolic function. The plastic bag will act as the vault, where negative energies will be sealed away. By placing them inside, you're determining that they no longer have access to your life. Additionally, the act of sealing the plastic bag symbolizes isolation. You're declaring, physically and energetically, that these vibrations can no longer reach you. Each of these materials carries a deep meaning. More than that, the conscious use of each element reinforces the power of the ritual. Psychology teaches us that symbols are powerful tools. They help us turn intentions into concrete actions, creating an emotional and mental connection that amplifies the results. And here's the most important point. This ritual is not just a physical act. It's an act of self-care. It's the moment when you consciously choose to prioritize your peace, your energy, and your well-being. Think of it as a contract with yourself. Every material, every movement, every thought you dedicate to this ritual strengthens your decision to eliminate what no longer serves you. And in the next step, you will see how to turn this preparation into a practical and transformative action. Now that you have all the materials in hand, it's time to understand the essence behind each step of this ritual. This is not just a mechanical process. Each action carries deep meaning, a message to the universe, and a way to align your energy with what you truly desire: peace, protection, and balance. Why is salt so powerful? Salt is not just a kitchen ingredient. It is a universal symbol of purification, present in various cultures and traditions throughout history. Ancient civilizations believed salt was the materialization of purity. In practice, it has the ability to absorb and neutralize negative energies. But how does this work? Think of salt as an invisible barrier. When it comes into contact with dense vibrations, these energies get trapped in its crystalline structure. It acts as a filter, holding on to everything that no longer serves you and preventing those vibrations from spreading. As you handle the salt in this ritual, visualize it acting as a magnet, attracting and capturing all the negative energy around you. Remember, salt doesn't just cleanse, it protects. That's why it is at the core of this process. The meaning of the white paper. The white paper is not here by accident. It is the space where you will deposit everything you wish to remove. White represents neutrality and the beginning of a new cycle. It functions as a blank page where you can rewrite the story of your energy. When you take the paper and write down your problems, worries, or troubling situations, you are externalizing what weighs you down. Human psychology teaches us that putting our emotions on paper helps organize them and, in many cases, relieves them. That's why writing is a crucial step in this ritual. And here's a secret. As you write, feel the weight of your problems transferring onto the paper. Imagine your concerns leaving your mind and settling into that piece of paper. This isn't just symbolic. It's a psychological process that truly works. The power of the black pen. Writing with a black pen sets a clear boundary between what was and what will be. Black, often associated with mystery, is also the color of closure and transformation. Each word you write is like a command to the universe. By listing what troubles you, you are actively closing that cycle. The black pen gives form to your intention, making the invisible visible. And most importantly, it helps you take control of the situation, reaffirming that you have the power to decide what stays and what leaves your life. The plastic bag as an energy seal. When you place the written paper inside the plastic bag with the salt and seal it, you are creating an energy lock. This is the moment of total isolation from the vibrations you wish to eliminate. The plastic bag, though simple, carries a powerful meaning. It represents the definitive separation between you and negative energies. Sealing it is like saying, "This no longer belongs to me. It stays here, locked away, far from my life." By doing this, you are reinforcing your intention to protect yourself and leave behind everything that holds you back. This is when the ritual truly takes shape. The true power of this ritual. The strength of this ritual doesn't lie only in the materials, but in the intention you put into each movement. Every step is a symbol, a message you send to the universe, and at the same time, to your own mind. Here's the secret. The human brain is highly receptive to symbols and rituals. They activate deep parts of our psyche, helping us focus, create purpose, and most importantly, believe in the change we desire. And this belief is what makes the ritual so powerful. When you understand the meaning of each step, the ritual stops being just a series of actions and becomes something alive, something that directly works with your emotions and energy. The most crucial step, writing and releasing. Now let's explore the most important part of the ritual, writing down your problems and fully transferring negative energies onto the paper. This is where you will release, once and for all, everything that no longer serves you. This is the moment to face everything that bothers, burdens, and holds you back. The act of writing your problems on paper is much more than a simple note. It's a direct energy transfer. It's as if you are taking everything trapped inside you, your pains, worries, and blockages, and placing them outside, where they can no longer consume you. Human psychology teaches us that the simple act of writing is already a therapeutic process. When we put on paper what troubles us, we are, in a way, organizing our thoughts and giving shape to what often felt chaotic inside us. In the context of this ritual, writing is not just a mental exercise, it is a symbolic act of release. Every word you write is like a thread of energy being disconnected from you. You take it out from within and deposit it onto the paper, leaving that weight behind. But this is not just a symbolic gesture. The human brain is wired to associate physical actions with emotional changes. When you write something down, your brain interprets it as a decision, as a concrete action to resolve or let go of what is written. Take the blank sheet of paper and the black pen and start writing. But here's an important point. Don't just list things down. Feel what you are doing. Every word should carry the energy of what you want to remove. List specific problems. Write down what is bothering you clearly. For example, my constant anxiety, difficulty concentrating at work, recurring conflicts with person's name, the feeling of stagnation in my life. As you write, imagine each problem leaving your mind and transferring onto the paper. See the paper as a container absorbing everything, cleansing you in the process. Include emotions and sensations. Don't just list problems, describe how they make you feel. For example, this anxiety leaves me exhausted and drained. The conflicts are stealing my peace and joy. This level of detail is essential because it connects the problem to the emotion, and your brain understands that you are releasing not only the situation, but also its emotional impact. Be honest with yourself. This is the moment to be completely honest. Write everything down without fear or judgment, even things you've never told anyone. This paper is your safe space. No one will see what you write. As you write, visualize something powerful. Imagine that each word you put down is literally pulling negative energy out of you. If you feel a weight on your chest, picture that weight flowing through the pen and onto the paper. This visualization process is more than just an idea. Studies in psychology and therapy show that visualizing emotional release helps the mind truly believe that energy is being removed. Here's an important tip. After finishing each problem, take a deep breath and repeat to yourself, either mentally or out loud, "This no longer belongs to me, I release it and let it go." This phrase acts as a command. It reinforces the message that you are in control, that you have chosen to let go of what has been holding you back. Imagine you've been struggling with insomnia that leaves you irritated and drained. You might write, "Insomnia is draining my energy and making me tired every day. It no longer belongs to me. I release this energy and let it go." Another example. If someone in your life is causing you sadness or tension, write their name and describe the effect they have on you. Person's name is causing conflicts in my life and stealing my peace. I release this negative connection and protect myself from it. These words carry intention, and intention is what gives power to the ritual. When you finish writing, something interesting happens. You feel like a weight has been lifted from your shoulders. It's almost like emptying a suitcase you've been carrying unnecessarily. This is the power of symbolic transfer. But remember, the ritual is not over yet. Everything that has been transferred onto the paper now needs to be sealed and neutralized. It's as if you have gathered all the negative energy into a single point, and now you will isolate it to ensure it doesn't return. The next step, sealing and isolating negative energy. Now that you have transferred everything that burdens you onto the paper, it's time to take a decisive step, isolating and containing these negative energies so they no longer have access to you. This is one of the most symbolic and powerful moments of the ritual, because it is here that you seal what no longer belongs to you and prepare to neutralize these vibrations for good. Folding the paper is not just a physical action, it is a powerful metaphor. With each fold, you are compressing and encapsulating the negative energies, as if you were shrinking and isolating everything that was once spread throughout your life. Think about it. When something is scattered, it feels overwhelming and uncontrollable, but when you concentrate it, it becomes manageable. This is the purpose of folding the paper. You are literally taking control of the situation. You will fold the paper 3 times. The number 3 carries a strong symbolic meaning in various cultures. The number 3 carries deep symbolic meaning. It represents the connection between the past, present, and future. By folding the paper 3 times, you are declaring that you are closing the past, the energies that affected you. You are protecting the present, your current peace. You are creating a clean, open future full of possibilities. As you fold the paper, repeat mentally or out loud a powerful affirmation such as, "I seal all negativity here. This no longer has power over me." How to fold the paper correctly. First fold, take the paper and fold it for the first time, always away from you. This action symbolizes pushing negativity away. Second fold, fold it again, keeping your intention clear to isolate the energies that have been affecting you. Imagine that with each fold, these energies are becoming smaller and more distant. Third fold, on the final fold, focus on closure. This is the last step, sealing everything you have transferred onto the paper. When finished, hold the folded paper in your hands for a few seconds and feel the strength of what you have just done. Imagine all that heavy energy compressed into a small space, far from your body and mind. Sealing the energy with salt. Now take the airtight plastic bag and place the folded paper inside. This is where the salt comes into play as the main purifying agent. Add a generous amount of salt into the bag, ensuring that it completely covers the paper. At this moment, the salt serves a dual function. Absorption. It will absorb any remaining negative vibrations. Anything the paper didn't capture will be pulled in by the salt. Neutralization. The salt will also prevent these energies from escaping. It acts as a barrier, ensuring that everything remains confined within the plastic bag. As you pour in the salt, visualize it as a bright light, purifying and isolating everything inside the bag. Once you have added the salt, seal the plastic bag tightly. This is the symbolic moment of complete isolation. By sealing the bag, you are declaring that these energies no longer have access to you. They are completely separated from your life. To reinforce your intention, you can say out loud, "I seal all negativity here. None of this can reach me again. I am protected." Speaking this affirmation is essential, as it strengthens the command you are sending to the universe and to yourself. By folding the paper, adding the salt and sealing the bag, you are creating a symbolic action that your brain interprets as a concrete solution. Psychology explains that when we perform a physical act associated with resolving a problem, our brain releases a sense of relief and control. This happens because you are literally seeing the problem being removed from your mind and isolated in a physical space. It's like cleaning out a messy drawer. You feel as though you've organized something important within yourself. At this point, you have taken the most important step, transferring and isolating everything that was troubling you. What once felt like an invisible weight is now sealed and distanced from you, freezing the energy to neutralize it completely. Now that you have isolated the negative energies inside the plastic bag with the salt and paper, it's time to deliver the final blow. This step is simple, but carries enormous symbolic and energetic power. Freezing. The concept of freezing negativity is deeply rooted in ancient practices and in our subconscious. It is the perfect metaphor for paralyzing, neutralizing, and completely stopping the cycle of negativity that once surrounded you. When we freeze something, we are literally removing its ability to move. In the physical world, freezing means immobilizing, stopping time, and preventing something from continuing its course. In the energetic realm, this gesture has the same effect. The negative vibrations that once flowed and infiltrated your life are now frozen, preventing them from causing further harm. Psychologically, this act is also incredibly powerful. When you freeze these energies, you are sending a clear message to your subconscious. I no longer allow this to affect me. And the subconscious responds by believing it, creating a deep sense of relief and control. How to prepare for the freezing step. Add a touch of water to the salt. Before placing the plastic bag in the freezer, add a small amount of water inside the bag. You don't need much, just a few drops are enough. Here, water serves a dual purpose. It activates the salt, enhancing its purifying effect. It symbolizes flow, but when frozen, it represents closure and the solidification of this cleansing process. As you add the water, say to yourself, "This is the cleansing. The flow of negativity stops completely." Seal the bag tightly once again. Make sure the plastic bag is completely sealed with no leaks. This reinforces the idea of total isolation. As you close the bag one final time, visualize its contents as something distant, no longer a part of you. Now, take the plastic bag and place it in the freezer. Choose a spot where it can remain undisturbed and away from other food or objects. This final gesture is like a decree. Everything that was affecting you is now completely neutralized, paralyzed, and out of your reach. As you place the bag in the freezer, say a powerful and definitive phrase such as, "I freeze all negativity. Here it will stay until it disappears completely. I am free, protected, and at peace." This declaration is not just symbolic. It reinforces your intention of protection and creates an emotional and energetic closure for the ritual. The power of freezing. Ice carries a profound meaning. It represents the absence of movement, the end of a cycle. In nature, when something is frozen, it enters a dormant state, unable to have any effect. In this ritual, freezing symbolizes that negative energies have completely lost their strength and no longer have power over you. Additionally, ice creates a psychological barrier. By imagining these vibrations frozen, your mind aligns with the idea that they can no longer reach you. This is a fundamental principle of psychology. When we give a tangible ending to a problem, our brain interprets it as a concrete resolution. The 7-day period. The bag containing the salt and paper should remain in the freezer for at least 7 days. In many cultures, the number 7 is considered sacred, associated with completion and perfection. This period allows your mind, body, and energy to adjust to your new reality, a life free from the negative influences that once affected you. During these 7 days, whenever you think about the ritual, visualize the plastic bag frozen, unable to have any impact on you. This reinforces the psychological and energetic effect of the ritual. The final step, disposal. After the 7-day period, it is time to dispose of the contents permanently. The plastic bag with the salt and paper should be discarded in a distant location, preferably outside your home. Do not open the bag under any circumstances. Simply throw it away, knowing that all that energy has been left behind. As you get rid of the bag, say a final phrase of release, such as, "I leave all of this behind. Nothing affects me anymore. I am renewed and protected." This marks the closure of the cycle. This is the moment when you truly let go of everything that no longer belongs to you. The aftermath of the ritual. After completing this process, it is common to feel an immediate sense of lightness, as if a weight has been lifted from your shoulders. This feeling is not just emotional, it is energetic. You have given a clear command to your mind and to the universe, declaring that you are ready to live a life free from blockages and negative influences. In the coming days, pay attention to how your environment begins to change. Conflicts may decrease. Your energy may feel more refreshed. You may even notice that things start to flow more easily. This is the reflection of a broken cycle, a powerful tool for the future. Remember, you now have a powerful tool at your disposal. Anytime you feel negative energies accumulating around you again, you can repeat this ritual and protect your peace. The energetic shift over the 7 days. Now that the ritual is complete and the negative energies are frozen and isolated, it is time to understand how this process will impact your life in the days ahead. This final phase is essential for aligning your mind with the results you want to achieve and creating emotional closure for everything you have just done. The 7-day period is not just a practical step, it has a deep meaning. In many spiritual and cultural traditions, the number 7 represents wholeness and renewal. It is the time needed for energy to stabilize, for the ritual to complete its cleansing in your life, and for you to notice changes in your surroundings. As the bag with salt and paper remains in the freezer, something fascinating begins to happen. Your environment starts responding to your command for protection. Heavy energies that once circulated freely are now neutralized, and you will begin to see subtle signs of this transformation. What to expect during these 7 days. Emotional lightness. Many people report feeling lighter within the first 24 hours after the ritual, as if a burden has been lifted. This happens because the ritual creates a direct impact on your subconscious, which starts adjusting to the new reality. Environmental changes. You may notice that places that once felt heavy become calmer. Frequent tensions or arguments may decrease, and even the people around you may seem more at ease. Increased mental clarity. The confusion or lack of focus that was troubling you may start to fade. It's as if the fog that blocked your mind has finally cleared. But here's the most important thing. These results are real because you created them. By performing the ritual with intention and purpose, you sent a clear message to the universe and to yourself that you are ready for a new phase. What to do after 7 days? After 7 days, it's time to dispose of the plastic bag. This is an essential step to complete the cycle and ensure that negative energies never have access to you again. Choose the right place. Find a location far from your home to discard the bag. A public trash bin works, but ideally, it should be somewhere you don't frequently return to. Do not open the bag. Under no circumstances should you open the plastic bag. Everything inside, salt, paper, and negative energy, is sealed and must remain that way. Opening it could symbolically release what you have neutralized. Discard it with intention. When disposing of the bag, say to yourself or out loud, "I leave this behind once and for all. I am free and protected." This action creates a clear and decisive closure, both emotionally and energetically. Embracing the shift in energy. After getting rid of the plastic bag, you may notice that the initial lightness deepens. It's not just a temporary feeling, it's as if your life is starting to realign. This is the perfect time to reevaluate your goals. With your energy cleansed, it becomes easier to make important decisions and focus on what truly matters. Cultivate positivity. Use this fresh start to surround yourself with uplifting activities, good conversations, self-care, and practices that make you feel good. Repeat positive affirmations. Phrases like, "I am protected and at peace," or "My life flows with ease," reinforce the effects of the ritual and help maintain your elevated energy. A powerful tool for protection. While this ritual has an immediate impact, the energies around us are constantly shifting. Whenever you feel negative vibrations starting to build up again, you can repeat the process. There are no limits to how often you can do this ritual. What matters is performing each step with intention and purpose. Additionally, you can enhance the effects of this ritual with small daily practices, such as taking cleansing baths with coarse salt to refresh your energy, keeping protective plants at home, like snake plants, sansevieria, or rosemary, which help purify the space. More than a ritual, a self-care practice. This ritual is more than just a symbolic practice. It is an act of self-care, a way of affirming to yourself that you deserve to live in peace, free from blockages and negative influences. And the most incredible part? Now, you have the power to create this reality whenever you need it. In the coming days, pay attention to how things start aligning. Small signs of change may seem like coincidences, but make no mistake, they are a reflection of the transformation you initiated. And remember, what you did isn't just about what you left behind, it's about the space you created for new, positive energy to enter. The lightness, clarity, and protection that now surround you are just the beginning of an entirely new phase. Congratulations on this powerful step. By performing this ritual, you have taken a powerful step toward protecting your energy and stepping into a new chapter of your life. You have not only freed yourself from the negative vibrations that were weighing you down, but you have also sent a clear message to the universe. You are ready to live with more ease, balance, and positivity. A quick recap of what you accomplished. You identified the negative energies affecting you and externalized them onto paper, transferring their emotional and energetic weight. You isolated those vibrations by combining them with salt, which absorbed and neutralized everything that no longer served you. You froze the negative energy, sealing the cycle and blocking its influence over your life. You disposed of it permanently, making space for renewed, positive energy to enter. Keep your energy aligned. This ritual was not just a symbolic act, it was a practical and powerful transformation. And the best part, it's a tool you can use anytime, adapting it to your journey and your needs. Now that you are in a new phase, here are a few ways to keep this transformation going. Share your experience. Leave a comment about how you felt after performing the ritual and what changes you have noticed. Many people are facing the same struggles, and your story could inspire them to seek the same solution. Spread positivity. Share this ritual with friends, family, or anyone who may need to renew their energy. When we help others find balance, the universe returns that positive energy to us. Stay protected. Follow for more rituals, practices, and tips to keep your energy high and your life in balance. Throughout this video, you did something extraordinary. You took control over something that once seemed beyond your reach. You showed yourself that you have the power to transform your reality and protect what is most precious, your peace of mind. Remember, every gesture, every word, and every intention you put into this ritual created a real impact. And this impact will continue to unfold in the days ahead, bringing more clarity, lightness, and harmony into your life. If this ritual resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Give this video a like so more people can discover this tool. Subscribe to the channel to keep learning how to protect and elevate your energy. And in the comments write, "I am protected, I am free from all negativity." This declaration is not just a mantra, it is a reminder to yourself and to everyone reading that it is possible to take back control and live with more balance and harmony. Thank you for being here, for dedicating this moment to yourself, and for believing that you deserve a better life. See you in the next video, where I'll share another powerful practice to protect your energy and strengthen your inner peace.